What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and oh my lord, I almost forgot to actually make this video. So thank you, Phil, for reminding me while you were going through this segment. If you want to watch the whole segment, I'm going to clip it and post it on my channel, but I had to comment on this. That's right, our boy Phil apparently must have been drunk tweeting last night on his day off, and he did a whole segment today about detractors hurting his feelings, and oh, they're coming out in mass and they're waiting for my day off so I can't react. Pitiful, dude, pitiful. This guy had a day off yesterday, right? And what did he do? What did he do on his day off? He spent the whole day on Twitter seeing what the detractors were doing. He was following what Duty was doing. That being said, Snort Hogan, Memology, all of the detractors out there, right? He was following to see what they had to say, and apparently his butt got hurt. That's right. Someone hurt his vagina again, like I stated the other day. It wasn't me though. It was him. I made some fun. I made some fun about it. But Phil kind of buried himself like the idiot he is. So if you wonder what I'm talking about, as you guys know, Metokur, the streamer. Shout out to Metokur out there. I think most people know he's actually dealing with cancer. He's dealing with cancer, pretty much end stage. He knows it. Everyone knows it. So he's kind of dealing with hospice care. It's sort of like hospice care. And just, trying to get his affairs in order and trying to live as comfortable as he can. So shout out to Metokur. We're praying for you. We hope the best for you. We hope everything turns out well. If not, then we hope that you and your family are together and you guys are dealing with it with dignity and pride. And so we're praying for you, Metokur. Anyway, let's go back to the dumbass DSP. So apparently on his day off, instead of hanging out with his wife, what he was doing was he was scrolling on Twitter and YouTube looking at what the detractors were saying, right? And apparently he got butthurt because we got wind of a tweet that he made where he formally extended the olive branch to Metokur. And he said this: "Hey Metokur, I want to formally extend the olive branch. This last month has been crazy and I feel I would be making a grave error." Mind you, this is the dude with cancer that's dying of cancer, okay? Grave error. He would be making a grave error if he did not have a conversation with you before it's too late. That's right. What Phil is worried about is making sure he has an interview with Metokur before he dies. That's what Phil is worried about here. That's right. And of course, the grave error. Jesus. What an idiot. God, who says shit like this? This is why... this reminds me again of the Wolverine story, where he's actually literally out loud saying his mother and father didn't buy him the figure. And he's like, "Why did you listen to me?" This is the kind of shit that reminds me of. So, okay, he said that he wanted to have a conversation, of course, before it's too late. "I hope you're feeling better, and I learned how to use Discord. Let's do it." Not, "Hey, man, I hope you're feeling better. Hey, man, I'm praying for you. Hey, I'm very sorry that this is happening, but if you're up to it, if you feel like it, if you can possibly do it, if you can't, I completely understand because your health is more important. I'm just a streamer. Don't worry about me. But if it's something you want to do that you feel like it would be something cool. If not, I completely understand." You would think he would tweet it like that. No, he has to mention how crazy of a month it's been for him and how important and how the internet loves him now and how he has to cash in. That's essentially what he's saying. So even though he's going through all that, he's willing to stoop down and give you a little bit of time, Metokur. That's right, give you a little bit of time, even though you just have a little bit of time left. That's what Phil is saying here. It's disgusting. It really is. It's just in poor fucking taste. But of course, that's Phil. That's Phil in a nutshell. Poor taste, just doesn't know how to communicate with people, is not empathetic whatsoever. Like, did you not really read that tweet before you actually sent it the fuck out, Phil? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with that's like making a rape joke. That's like making maybe okay, that's a little bit too far. I'm sorry, maybe not a rape joke, but that's like that's like you finding out someone has AIDS, and you making a joke about an AIDS joke or something, just in poor taste, just completely bad and just terrible. And you sit there and you act like, oh, it's nothing, until, of course, you get called out on it. And big ups to the Twitterverse, big ups to the detractors. And it wasn't just the detractors, folks. It was more than just the detractors. It was other people like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, go and read the tweet yourself. It's hilarious. We'll definitely take a look at it if I can. I think Phil has me blocked because, yes, he is a pussy. And he can't face me man to man. So I probably won't be able to. But if you're not banned by Phil, if you're one of the one of the maybe 10 or 20 people Phil hasn't banned, because he seems like he banned the whole internet, go check out those tweets. So of course, after getting shit on by the internet, he reads Twitter and goes, well, since tons of my of course there's always the detractors. It can't be anyone else other than detractors. Well, since tons of my detractors decided to, of course, negatively dump on my post from last night because of wording. Of course, he goes to wording, semantics. No, Phil. No. What you said just was in poor fucking taste and was stupid. It has nothing to do with wording. It wasn't like you said, I don't know, a synonym of a word, because you want it to sound important, Like I said, I don't know. I can't even think. Instead of saying, the, you say thus because you want to sound. No. It wasn't that, you idiot. No, you actually use the word grave. And before it's too late, it's just tacky, Phil. Anyway, all right. So, which wasn't intentional, but can definitely be seen as insensitive. I deleted the post. I'll rephrase as to try and not to be offensive. Sorry for being dumb. Well, yeah, you are dumb, Phil, and yes, you are offensive, but saying not being offensive is just a terrible look. You really need to try not to be offensive? Is that your natural state, is to be just an offensive douchebag? Is that what you're saying, Phil? Is your go-to normally, like, is your button automatically set to be a douche? Like remember Toy Story? Remember Toy Story 3? Yeah, when they had Buzz Lightyear and they flipped the switch from English to Spanish when they reset him. Well, they reset him and then they switched the Woody and them switched it from Spanish by accident. It should have been English. Well, Phil's default is to be an insensitive asshole, and he has to make sure he flips the switch to say, don't be an asshole, because that's his natural state, right? So then what he does is he posts another tweet after deleting the initial one, which of course is out there. Everyone already captured it, right? Rephrasing for clarity. I would like to formally invite Metokur to a discussion where when he is well and ready, via whatever method is preferred. I've opened myself up to discussions, and now I understand he wanted to do one for a while. Get well soon and best wishes. That's just as bad. I mean, that's terrible, man. How about don't fucking put it out there? The guys on Twitter, you're paying the $10 a month to be verified. You got that blue check mark, you idiot. You could just DM him, because he, I believe, has a blue check mark. Just DM him. Why do you have to post this out there to be like, hey, look at me, I'm so fucking great. I'm talking to Metokur. That's how wonderful I'm talking to Metokur. Pathetic, Phil. You're fucking pathetic, man. Just terrible. And of course, he had a meltdown today, and I'm actually going to be posting the video right now where he's just having a meltdown over the detractors, making a big thing out of his stupidity. Now, the thing is that he doesn't contradict that he was an idiot, and he sounded like an idiot. He's just upset that the detractors made a big thing out of it. It's always like that. When someone makes a big stink out of something, that's when DSP cares. If no one said anything, he wouldn't give two shits. He'd be like, oh, whatever, I don't care. And he would leave that post there as insensitive and as terrible as it sounded. He just wouldn't care because, again, Phil is just a douchebag. Phil only cares about one thing, and that's Phil. And WWE champions, and Jin, and begging. Those are the things that Phil cares about most in this life. And unless you're one of those things, Phil can give two shits about you. That's how he is. He doesn't give a shit if he offends you. He doesn't care if you're offended. He's just going to say whatever he wants because, of course, Phil, as he called himself, is the realest motherfucker in the internet or whatever, on YouTube or whatever the hell he calls it. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to post that and show the idiocy that is DSP yet again. I mean, I always say this. You don't have to tell on Phil. You don't have to go and tell him from snitch on Phil. so that Phil, Phil's his biggest detractor. And the only person that's ever really going to ruin Phil is Phil himself. So give him time, give him enough rope, and you'll see what happened. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.